It was them. It was my two brothers. I had a sister. So there was like, it was my mom, my stepdad, my two uncles, my brothers, and my sister, and then me. So it was always a house of at least 8.
Oh, so you had there's always people around in your house.
Always people.
Yeah.
And we grew up in Muscoy, so it wasn't like we were the only white people in the neighborhood. Everybody else was like Latino or sort of Hispanic from like mostly from the middle Americas in Mexico, like El Salvador and Mexico and shit like that, you know.
Oh, so like how was that growing up around all that, dude? Were you invited to a lot of quinceañeras or what?
Surprisingly, yes and no. I got invited to some. I went to like 1 or 2. I was gonna be a chamulan for one of them, but I couldn't dance, so they were like, "You gotta go."
You got kicked out.
They were like, "I couldn't dance," and they were like, "You can't do this if you can't dance." And I was like, "Well, I am white, so you guys knew what you were getting into." It was cool though. It gave me an appreciation for culture, and like it gave me an appreciation for people of like a different nationality or people that come from out of the country.
And you also felt like a minority then.
Oh, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
My mom told me this one thing because in San Bernardino it's mostly Hispanic and black, and like there's a couple whites. There's like whites mixed in.
Yeah.
But my mom was like, if anybody ever fucks with you, you can fight them, or you can just act totally bonkos. Because nobody fucks with a crazy white boy in the ghetto.
That's true.
We're the craziest of the white boys. Everyone's like, we don't want to mess with him.
Yeah.
If we mess with him, we might get sent to jail, but B, he also might shoot the school.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
So just act bonkos. It works. It really does.
Oh, damn, dude.
My house, since we're on the topic of my house was, there was always people around, but my uncles were like, you know those asshole kind of people that have like these super acute hearing where they're like, it's at like 5 on the TV in the living room, and they're like, turn it down, I'm trying to sleep. But it's like, it's literally whispering. It's literally the TV is whispering at
so like they weren't that chill then about like having you guys around or like.
No, I mean they got over it eventually because we lived with them for so long. But at first they were really anal about it. They were always really anal about the sound on the TV when they were sleeping.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise they were pretty chill. We got over. We like I love them. We got over it. We lived with each other. They were really cool. They played a lot of games.
How old were they than you? Like were they a lot older?
Can I be honest? I don't know how old my uncles are, but they were older. They were like 30s and 40s.
Oh, okay. They were already adults by the time. Yeah, when you were there. Okay.
My mom is about to turn 50, so they were definitely like in their 30s and 40s when they moved in.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's so they were full on adults. They weren't like giving you culture and stuff. You know what I mean? Like they weren't like cool uncles. They were like.
They didn't really have much culture to give. I mean, because my grandma and my grandpa were from New York originally, and then they left and started traveling. And when they had all their kids, they traveled with their kids, and they like would sell like T-shirts at bars and shit.
Oh, word.
So they didn't have a lot of like culture per se. They did give me like a love for like games and like Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that. I love that shit because of them. I love role playing. I love all that. I like acting a little bit because of them because like role playing is kind of acting. So they gave me some cool stuff.
Oh yeah, that's definitely some stuff.
One of my uncles is a chef. He gave me kind of like a more appreciation for food. I don't like his food, but he gave me an appreciation.
What do you mean?
He has very specific seasoning preferences. Like they're very sharp and poignant and don't always go well on hot dogs. Like you don't need to season your hot dog, Peter. Peter, you don't need to season your hot dog. It's fine. I guarantee you, it's okay.
But that's dope. So they were creative. They were creative in their ways. Like they had their.
One of my uncles is super creative. He's like super. I think he's on the spectrum a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love you, Meyer, but you might be on the spectrum. But he's creating right now. He's building his own role-playing game from like the ground up.
Like like he's doing his own Dungeons and Dragons.
Kind of. So it's like a role-playing game in the same vein as Dungeons and Dragons, but it's so much more complicated. There's like math equations that went into how he built the fictional world, where he's like literally science created these creatures, and this is the molecular structure of a so-and-so plant. And
I mean,
fucking wild.
I love that shit, dude. That's right up my alley, dude.
Yeah, so they're creative in their own right.
Oh man, all right.
Imaginative for sure.
Yeah, so they gave you that. They gave you, I mean, at least at least subconsciously, maybe they weren't like exactly trying to pass it on to you, but like.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I get most of my performance-ness from my mom. My mom was a theater kid, and she loves performance. And when we were a kid, she would walk around and just do like crazy, wild voices. Like I remember she would always walk around and be like, "I'm gonna get you," like a little fucking witch and shit. She just So I get that. I definitely get all the performance and the shit like that from her. So.
Oh, all right. That's cool, man. And you said you had siblings too?
I have